thank you so much for being with us on TRT World. Firstly, we just heard some of that reaction from world leaders. We've got a lot of celebratory comments, but who is actually going to be responsible for making sure that this deal is upheld?
Thank you so much for having me. I think that's the most important question. Will the United States keep Israel accountable for complying with the agreement? And we have to also acknowledge here that this is not a complete ceasefire agreement. This is basically a temporary halt to Israeli operation. All the big questions regarding what happens to Gaza, governance, reconstruction, control of borders, all those really big questions are left to future phases. So negotiations will commence 16 days after the first phase commences to explore how to, whether or not, in fact, Israeli forces withdraw from Gaza. So big questions.
And we've seen publicly both Joe Biden and Donald Trump, the incoming president, have claimed credit, but they have worked together quite well in terms of actually, getting this deal over the line. But what do we know about Donald Trump's administration and his role, the role that it will play in terms of implementing the agreement? Just how critical is the United States in this agreement going forward?
Well, the Trump's plan and Trump's activities and agenda is very much in question. We don't really know how Trump is going to conduct his policies in relation to Israel and Palestine, but we do know that Trump has been a close friend of Israel. We do know that his future administration has a number of very pro-Israel personalities. I'm going, judging by history of U.S. and Israel, Trump will continue to remain close friend and close ally of Israel. Whether this means that Netanyahu will feel that he has a free hand in continuing his operations in Gaza, whether this gives Netanyahu a free hand to withdraw and step away from the ceasefire negotiations, whether phase 2 will actually happen, that's a question we have to be worried about.
Shahram Akbarzadeh, Professor of Middle East Studies, Middle East Politics, at Deakin University. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.